What's up guys, Rob here. So we're gonna try something new out today. So I thought of sharing a bit of my driving history with you guys because of all of the crap that's been going down lately with quarantine, COVID, what have you. So I think it's just, it seems this new generation, Generation Z I think they're called, even along with the other ones, they seem to think they're invincible, almost more invincible than we were back in the day. And that's saying something. Because I think like any young buck, the stupidity starts at a young age. I know for me and some of my friends, we did some dumb stuff back then, but nonetheless, don't get me wrong, the things I did in my youth, some of them are bad, but I know there's a time and place for everything. So I'm not saying I never did anything ridiculous or stupid behind the wheel with the car, but what OPP have posted during this whole shutdown, the different things happening through Ontario, some Quebec, and COVID crisis, and shutdown basically of the streets when they were empty and even till now, these kids, most of them in the articles that I read are G2 drivers. G2, like born yesterday, licensed for less than 2 years. They're going well above their own driving skill. Ridiculous. The only thing that these kids have going for them is the speed. They have zero skill. These children have basically been given a privilege. They're going double the speed limits on highways, sometimes triple on city streets, and that is even worse. Like, who do you think you are, Brian O'Connor? The fact is that if something happened, a car changes lanes, a deer come out of nowhere, a light to change red to green or vice versa, even someone to interpret them coming, not thinking they're gonna be doing 200 and they pull out and then they get hit. The loss of life or injury could be immense. It takes a fraction of a second for something to happen in life, on the racetrack, what have you. If you're going too fast and don't have the skill to think of an exit strategy, think of the unexpected, or what to do when you're going to get hurt, or even worse, you could get killed. To not be able to, no. Even driving in traffic, you don't know if someone's gonna change lanes in front of you and just like cut you off or even hit your car. So going double, triple speed limits and then trying to guess that, no chance, zero chance. Now I'm not saying if you're a race car driver, a semi-pro racer, a time attack driver, or even just an open lap weekend guy, it's okay to do it because you have the skill and stuff like that. It's not. It's still pretty dumb. I am merely stating that all these cars being impounded and kids being fined has gone through the roof since this pandemic has started. It seems. I'm honestly thinking with things that keep happening like this, I feel like the age to start driving is gonna go up. I seriously think that's gonna happen. So some of the penalties you get are pretty severe. So for the first conviction, for no more than 2 years, it can be suspended for. So it's all up to the trial judge, everything like that. So the first one is no more than 2, but the second is no more than 10. So they can go way over 2 and max out at 10. On your driver penalty, you get 6 demerit points, 7-day license suspension, and a 7-day vehicle impoundment. And then you have to pay to get it reinstated. You have to pay the impound fee and go wherever it is, because whether or not you live here and you get the stunt ticket in Toronto, that's where it gets booked. And of course, a big thing, your insurance goes way up. Durham region, apparently some of the courts have sent them actually to jail for the time of up to 6 months. And the fines start at $5,000, and they say it's not uncommon for that to be their sentence and their charges.
You're under arrest.
So to the generation that keeps speeding and doing this crap, for who is it for? Is it for fun? Is it for clout, bro? Or is it for likes? Or is it to be cool? Because you're not cool, you're dumb. With that being said, here's what I think should happen. To those of you who think this is a game with a reset button, it all depends on the speed sign. So if it's 80 on the back road or even the city streets, some of them go up to 80. Some back roads are 90. The 400 series is 100. Some places it's 110. It all depends where you are. If it's double the speed limit, you know, it's 200 on the 400. It's 160 on the side street, or whatever the heck it would be. And then it's 180 on the 90s. I think in the instance of, as James May would say, this witless dishcloth, the Veloster, yeah, Velociraptor, real sick, doing 213 kilometers an hour on Woodruff here in Ottawa like a few days ago, this past weekend. That's almost 3 times the limit. That fine should be like almost maxed out. That should be a hefty fine. Like, holy hell. Anyway, this whole thing just pisses me off. I know I was dumb, I get it, whatever. But this new stuff that keeps happening is just ridiculous. It's a mere play stupid games, win stupid prizes situation. 18-year-old. So you're born yesterday and barely have a license. G2 driver clocked at 213 kilometers an hour north, driving a Hyundai Veloster coupe. So driving a piece. I love the post. I get, you know, it's not as like, when it's a tweet, it should be better in the news. It says, dear parents of the G2 driver clocked at 213 along Woodruff Ave earlier today. Your child has proven themselves just not ready for the privilege of driving. Unbelievable level of irresponsibility that could easily have resulted in a life-altering tragedy. Legit. And it shows the picture of the speed. Like, I don't get it, man. And again, it says, in addition to the stunt driving charge, the driver's license suspended for 1 week and the vehicle's impounded for 7 days. Nah, that needs to be higher, way higher. Something like that, I don't know. It should be a $6,000 to $12,000 ticket, an instant 6-month suspension, and at least 2 weeks vehicle impounded. I don't know. That's just what I think. But that kid with the Veloster, I don't know what you were thinking, bud. You're dumb. That's all I gotta say. And then on the same weekend, there was one actually in Mississauga, a G1 driver, a G1 driver charged with stunt driving in Saga. You can see in the picture, it's a G37, bro. Regardless, it's still stupid. 165 G1 driver on the 401 faces G1 offenses, so I bet it's way higher for them. He had no insurance and cannabis violations, so there might have been weed in the car, or maybe he was high. Maybe that's why he thought he was super sick. Anyway, and of course, license suspended for 7 days and vehicle impounded for 7 days, and that's all that's said. It's very short, but he's done. Like, game over. So again, I loop back to the play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Simple as that. This past week, seeing that G37 and that Veloster in Ottawa, I had to come on here and make this video. I couldn't not say anything now. So I hope those children, I should say, enjoyed it. And I like bashing on these children because I'm a professional hater, as most people know. But regardless, let me know maybe your ideas on what should happen to fools like this. I'll be back with some more HTA stories and maybe even going to give you a full rundown of the tickets I got. My rap sheet does not look good, but it's clearing up now and it's going good. But either way, guys, that is enough for me today. I'll see you guys next time. He was going how fast?